welcome to my YouTube channel. How you doing? How's your day? How's your weekend? How's your weekday? How's your lazy day? So today I'll be talking about how, first of all, how I almost got killed by the sun in Nigeria. Oh my goodness. But anyways, I'll be talking about how I almost got raped when I was 5 years old. Yeah, you heard me correctly. 5 years old. No, it's not a clickbait. This is not a joke. I always find it funny when people blame the victims of rape and tell them, oh, it was because of what you were wearing, or because of what you were saying, you were just provocative in any way. Nothing. Look, people who rape people basically do not need reasons like that. That is just what they say to justify their actions, but that is not it. As a 5-year-old, I can tell you I had no boobies, and even at this age I don't have huge boobies. But at that age I have no boobies, I had no booty. I was a very skinny kid. I mean, at my age I'm still really small. So you can imagine at that age how I actually look like. I remember my mom promised to buy me bananas then. She told me she'd buy me some bananas to make me fat, and she never did. God bless her soul. So as I was saying, at that age, I wasn't chubby, there was literally nothing attractive in me. But for me to actually almost be raped. So how did it all happen? We moved into a new house when I was 4. I know I was 4 because my younger bro I'm not sure he was up to 1 then. So I moved into a new house, and I have 2 elder brothers and 1 younger brother. And at the time my dad was no more, so it was just my mom and the 4 of us. My mom would go to work during the holiday. She goes to work, she takes the younger one with her, that's my kid bro, and leaves me and my 2 older brothers with a neighbor. The neighbor actually volunteered to be our babysitter. My mom never knew why until I told her the story. Then she was like, oh, it makes more sense. But let me tell you guys the story first. So my other brother, the oldest, was around 11. My mom bought them, as boys, bought them game consoles. At that time it was Sega. And this neighbor, who was 20 years old at the time, 6 foot tall, 20-year-old boy, who was acting as our babysitter, would always come in to take care of us, just to make sure we didn't, break things, because we were really wise as kids, just to make sure we were organized. He would ask my brothers to go meet their friends whom he knew were living far away, to go get more cartridges, because Sega's use cartridges to get more cartridges, so they would play a different video game, because he was tired of the cartridges my brothers had. Little did they knew that it was just a ploy to get them away from the house and me alone with him in the house. Whenever my brothers would leave, he will tell me, let's role play, he'll be the daddy and I'll be the mommy, and my teddy bears to be our kids. So this role play was always, oh, okay, it's night now, mommy and daddy have to go to bed, while the children go to bed, we should put the children to sleep. And yeah, as a kid, role playing is literally my blood and flesh. So the first time I had no idea what was happening, and I would do that, and then like, okay, let's go to bed. And when we want to go to bed, I would notice this huge bulge in his shorts. And now as a 5-year-old, okay, before I even turned 5, it started when I was 4. So At that age, I had no idea what that meant, what a guy's thing like rising to see the sun meant. But I knew I didn't like it. How did I know? So when I was little, like most of us, when you're watching a movie and they read the sex scene, your parents or the older ones in the house would fast forward so you don't see what's happening. But they say curiosity kills the cat, but I don't think that was my case. Curiosity actually saved me, because whenever they would leave, and like most during the holidays when we come back home or when we come back from school, my mom would take us back from school, drop us, and then she'll go back to work. Most of the times my brothers always leave me alone at home alone and go out to meet the friends. So when they leave, I'll go take that same movie, that cassette, and I'll play it and I'll fast forward it to that particular scene, that particular sex scene, just to see what they were trying to make sure I didn't see. And then I'll just be looking at it like, okay, so he gets naked, he's stained. And most of the times it's there's this series of movies. There's something called True Lies. I remember that one. I know Just Bond. Most of them, the men will actually be naked, and then they'll just give this illusion that, oh, they have the thing and you're putting it in a woman. But I had no idea that. I just felt like once you grow older as a girl, once you become a woman, you develop this hole that a man can put his thing in. So I had the knowledge of a man's. So when this guy's thing would like literally be singing songs of, I won't say praises, I just know that I knew that I didn't want that. I don't have that hole for it, and I'm not interested in that. But I'm glad I know I had no idea that was sex, or what he's trying to do was molesting me, or he was trying to rape me. I had no idea. So by the time I turned 5, this guy kept doing that, and there was one particular day, and he wasn't just helping my brother, like he wasn't just our baby's sitter. He was also acting as like the friends to my brother. Whenever my mom's not around, he would get, tell my brother to get tins of cans, so he would create cars for them. And as boys, young boys, they like that. So this particular day, same thing happened. My mom took my younger brother with her, went to work. It was a holiday and I was home with my 2 brothers and this guy. And this guy asked them to go get tins so they will make a car. And they went because he had to start looking through people's trash to get the things. And it was just me and him alone at home. So we were playing Mortal Kombat then. And I just had this epiphany. No, not epiphany. I had this thing because I have this really strong instinct. There's always been this since I was little, actually. Whenever something wants to happen, I know. I just have a feeling that something bad's about to happen. I may not know exactly what's about to happen. Oh, I know this is not gonna kill me. I may not know exactly what's gonna happen, but I know something bad is about to happen. So when he told him to go, I just knew this guy want to do something, and I don't know, somehow we're just like ready to run, to fight or whatever. So when my brothers left, me and this guy were playing Mortal Kombat, and then he started letting me win. I was always using noob sideboard, and mine the only thing I knew was up, down, far, up, down, far. So he dropped, the moment he started like letting me win and then getting all sluggish and dropped the pad, I knew something was bad would happen. My saving grace was my older brother was like a menace in the house. He would always destroy, chop off all the cables in the house and reconnect them with different wires. He would chop off this wire, mix it with this wire, the TV, the VCD, the gadgets in the house were messed up by my oldest brother. And when I watched, my mom tried to stop him because leaving naked wires up and down the house was not safe. He would just never stop. And that was my saving grace. How? So we're playing this game and he just dropped his pad, and next thing I knew was he just came on to me, like just held me, like pinned me to the ground. I was just making sure you guys didn't see anything going on here. Pinned me to the ground and put his weight on me. I was struggling to take off his belt. I'm not really sure what happened next. All I knew is I just stretched my hand and I took one of the wire. I think it was the wire from the stabilizer. I took it, and I'm not really sure where I touched with it. Like I removed it from the extent from the wire connecting from the socket to the stabilizer. That's the main stabilizer wire. Since it was already destroyed by my other brother and naked, I just grabbed it directly from the socket, and I don't know where I touched. I just pulled it on it, and he started shouting. I screamed like, "My dad, my..." Sorry. My ear. You guys know what that meant. So like my ear. I'm like, and nearly he did. He jerked and jumped off, like jerked and I just ran out. All I remember was me running out and standing by the car park, staring horridly at the wall of the sitting room, and like my heart was in my throat, like oh my god. But guess what? Even at that time, I was scared that if he reports me to my mother, she's gonna deal with me. She's gonna beat me, because my mom had this no violence rule in the house. I was rather scared that he was going to report me and I would get punished for it. So that was my fear, like, oh, he shouldn't tell my mother, he shouldn't tell my mom. Because I was a kid that had no idea what sex was, what rape was. All I knew then was I've seen this thing happen in movies, and I don't like it. I do not want you to do that to me. I don't even have the hold for you to do that. I only know I have two holes. Actually one. I mean, I know I had just one, which is my poop hole. And the other one, I don't know where the pee comes from all the time, but I know pee comes from somewhere, and then poop is the only one I have. And I don't want any of that. I don't want that. I don't want that. That was the only thing in my head. I don't want that. I ran out and I went to stay in this primary school close by. I just sat down there, because if you sit down there, you can see the cars coming into the compound, into the gate, like coming to our gate. And my entire neighborhood, I was just there waiting for my mom. I saw my brothers come in, but I don't. They are just my brothers. I know there's not much they can do. Maybe he would tell them and they want to beat me, but I know my mom will have compassion and not really punish me. That was all I knew. That was literally all I knew. And when my mom came back, I stayed there. That happened in the morning, and I stayed there until 4 o'clock. My mom came back, and I didn't tell her anything. I just met her. That whole period, I was scared that he would come with his family. He would come tell my mom and they're gonna punish me. But I was just glad he didn't, until they moved out of the compound, out of the neighborhood. But then when I was 12 years old and I understood the concept of rape and sex and rape, I told my mom about it, and she was furious. I even told my other brother later. He was furious. Like, why didn't I say so then? Like, what was I supposed to tell you guys? Oh, and the neighbor wanted to rape me. I had no idea what the hell that word meant. I didn't even know what the word was in the first place. I was 5. And I was just in primary 1. How in the world did I initiate that? And when I meet a lot of people that actually say, oh, the rape when they were little, I'm like, I'm just glad God saved me, because that wasn't me. That was God literally saving me. And there's some people who never had the opportunity to escape from that, or had any idea that, oh, they had to do something. Every little thing that happened, my brother destroying the wires, and that was literally God saving me. You don't blame the victims of rape. You blame the men. The day society will start punishing the men, not like punishing the men, but raise your boys not to be rapists, instead of telling your girls don't wear this or else you get raped, I think that's the day society will actually become meaningful. And a lot of women won't be scarred for life because someone couldn't keep his thing in one place. Of course, everyone has urges, but what matters is humans, is how to control them. Well, I hope you guys love my story and hope you guys were, I don't know, inspired or whatsoever. But hit the subscribe button and like.